Good day, everyone. Kia ora. Paramdeep here, and today very happy and very thankful to Jane, who's working in Toyo Mai, agreeing to talk about Master of Teaching Early Childhood. So, but first of all, I will ask Jane to introduce herself.
Kia ora koutou, my name is Jane Owens and I'm the Associate Dean for Nursing, Education, Social Work and English Language here at Toi Oho Mai.
So, Jane, we have got this Master of Early Childhood, which is one of the best program I have seen in my 20 years history in tertiary sector, and thanks to you. And it's not just like developing just a program, but developing what is required by the industry. So because I know all these domestic students, international students who are coming from abroad, leaving their home, they want a good career. So really thankful to you that you have developed such a good program. So if you can just tell us a little bit more about this program, like the duration, what key subjects are involved in this, and how you are teaching this.
Absolutely. So thank you for the opportunity to being able to share with people today, because it is quite complex, and so it's nice to be able to answer their questions. It's an 18-month program. It's an initial teacher education program, which means that at the end of it, students will be able to be a registered teacher in New Zealand. It has quite high selection criteria, which means that we're getting the very best teachers for our children. It starts off the first 6 months, the students will complete 2 theoretical courses, and they're looking at the curriculum of early childhood within New Zealand, as well as what it takes to be a professional teacher. Then in the next year after that, they spend a lot of time in early childhood services, 104 days in total, so 53 days in one semester and 51 days in the next semester. This means that they are learning while they are practicing. They're learning on Monday and going out and being able to put into place what they have learnt on the Tuesday to the Friday, and then coming back and thinking about what that meant. That theory to practice loop is very close.
So is that practicum all arranged by the institute?
Yes, absolutely. The students will get a chance to spend time in at least 2 early childhood services, sometimes even 3. It'll be a kindergarten and perhaps some time with our very youngest children, infants and toddlers. We try to give a range so that students have a really good sense of what it takes to be an early childhood teacher in New Zealand.
Excellent. And how the assessment works in this?
Well, there's a range of assessments. We do try to keep the assessments fun and interesting. There's some of your academic assessments, of course, like reports and essays, but we like to also have some creative assessments, group presentations, and of course there's the assessment of their teaching practice, where we go and observe the student and provide them with feedback on how they're going as a teacher and giving them ideas to continuously improve their practice.
And I know the class size is also sort of very small. We are not having too many students so that they get a good experience.
Absolutely.
And how are the teachers, like what sort of teachers are teaching this qualification?
So we've got a range of teachers in the qualification. Most of the teachers are PhD qualified early childhood experts, but we also have some people who are very embedded in practice, and so they've just come out of practice and can provide, moving beyond the theoretical into the practical. And because it's a bicultural qualification, and there's a lot of emphasis on being a bicultural teacher in New Zealand, we also have people with Māori language and tikanga cultural expertise who can support students along that journey as well.
So Jane, just one question I just want to ask you again and again, whether this qualification leads to early childhood teacher registration.
Yes, it absolutely does. So we're one of the very few providers in the country that has a Masters of Teaching qualification. And this means that as soon as the students have graduated with the qualification, then they can go straight and become registered teachers. There's no additional requirements that they have to meet.
And can you just elaborate a little bit more on entry requirement?
Yes, they are quite high because we want the very best people to be teaching our children. So in order to be able to be accepted into this qualification, then you need to have either a 3-year degree at level 7 with your average grades at B.
So roughly, like, I know sometimes people get confused. I know some in Asian countries,
Yeah.
I normally say between 65 to 70% marks, sort of.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And it
definitely.
has to be from a good university.
Yes, definitely. Sometimes people don't do quite so well in their bachelor's, but then they go on and they do well in a master's qualification. So we can also accept a master's qualification so long as it's of 2 years duration at level 9 and they get good grades in there.
And IELTS requirements or PT.
Yeah, there's actually lots of ways that people can meet the English language requirements, and they can all be found on the Teaching Council website. But we do, as a baseline, and the ones that people know the most is IELTS, and that's level 7 at every category in academic. So that's level 7 in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. That can be done over more than one test, however. So long as they're within the 2 year time frame, you might get a level 7, 6.5, 8, 5 in one, and then the next time you manage to get a 7 and a 6, and they're swapped around. So long as we hit that benchmark.
Yeah. So other thing, sometimes students say the IELTS and PT, whether they can club those two also.
Yes, absolutely. So long as you get 65 in a PTE or over 7 in IELTS.
And then I heard that there's you have to give some references, and then there is an interview with you also. So can you tell a little bit more about references?
Absolutely. So one of the things we have to make sure is that our students are able to be teachers based on the Vulnerable Children's Act. And part of the Vulnerable Children's Act requires us to seek references and to have interviews with people that are applying to be what's called a call worker or a teacher working with young children. So the references are really about the student's or the applicant's character and whether they will be the right fit for working with young children, and they're not going to put children in an unsafe situation. The interview is not really one that you can prepare for. It's one-to-one, and we talk a lot about why you want to become an early childhood teacher.
So in the entry process, there is mainly a Skype interview with yourself. So can you tell a little bit about that Skype interview?
Yes, so in the interview, the interview itself probably takes about half an hour, and it's not really one that you can prepare for. The sorts of questions that we ask are things like, why do you want to become an early childhood teacher? What's your motivation? Have you got the structures in place to be able to support yourself while you're studying? Because it is a very intensive course. But really looking at motivation and fit for the role. We want to know that you're coming to do this for the very right reasons and that you're there to support.
So Jane, can you tell us, like, once a student graduate, I know this is a master's, so they get 3-year open work permit. So what are the sort of career opportunities available?
Well, there's obviously teaching, and there's a shortage of early childhood teachers in New Zealand, particularly qualified early childhood teachers. And the government has indicated that they want to move to 100% qualified teachers. So there's going to be a demand for a long time yet. But having a master's qualification also means that you can start thinking about other parts of the education sector. So applicants or graduates, with master's qualifications often move into leadership roles, work in professional development roles, sometimes in policy and Ministry of Education.
And do you think, like, some of them maybe can come back and teach Bachelor of Early Childhood students also?
Oh, definitely. So tertiary, we're always looking for really good tertiary educators, teacher educators. It's my passion. That's what I really love doing, is teaching teachers. And so anybody who's interested in that, to sharing their passion wider so that you can create a big band of teachers providing wonderful quality. It's a very, very good opportunity.
Hi Jane, I just wanted to ask you that there is, I think, one university which is offering similar type of qualification, and PT which is offering grad dip, and our is master. So a lot of time people ask us, like, which is better. How do you compare grad dip and masters?
Well, it's a master's, so it's a level 9 qualification, so you get good work rights after you've completed it, but also it opens up so many more opportunities for you. If you want to go into teacher education and become a teacher of teachers, then you need a master's qualification, and that's really important. It moves you from just being a day-to-day practitioner to being a critical thinker, a teacher who's going to be intentional and grow others as well. The opportunities are endless. It's also really important to understand that as a provider, we had to go through a selection process to be identified as the preferred provider of a Masters of Teaching qualification. it was something that the Ministry of Education were just trialling, and so therefore they put out expressions of interest. Not everyone can do it, and only 2 providers were accepted, and we were one of them. And so we're very, very proud to be able to offer this exemplary qualification.
And again, I think sometimes people ask me, oh, we are coming from either India, China, Nepal, whether I will get accepted in the kindergarten as a job. I normally say, because New Zealand is a very culturally diverse society, we have people from different nationalities, and then the kids are going to the kindergartens of different nationalities. So they need that diversity in the workforce. Do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. So we know that that 20% of children in early childhood services are of Asian descent, so come from places like India and China and Hong Kong. So it's really important that we have teachers that match the diversity of the children that they're teaching. It helps children make those connections. We also know that most of our students have jobs before they graduate. If you do a really good job on your practicum, then you often have a job offer, before you graduate, and so you can move straight into a job.
So just last message which you want to give to all this, because there is so much interest in this program, we are already oversubscribed. So what is the last message for all those prospective students who are looking at doing this qualification?
Just do it. It's a really good qualification. We're getting really good feedback. I'm sure that you'll get a chance to hear from students as well. But it's a really rich qualification where you'll learn so much and get a job at the end of it. So just do it.
Yeah, and you will be welcomed by Jane. We'll take you out for a coffee or something.
Sure.
No, thank you, Jane.
Always open to bribes.
Yeah, thank you, Jane. Thank you very much for giving us the time. Yeah.
Taki Daniel.